Hey, YouTube, I'll wait till more people come in. I'm not going to be long on here. All right, who's the one person that's in here lurking? I'm trying to print these paperwork before I could go to the doctor tomorrow and give them this form to fill out. But I have a strong feeling that it's going to be a waste of time, and I'm just might as well resign and just because I don't qualify for FMLA because you have to be there at your job for a year. I'm trying to put in a disability leave of absence. But the way how Amazon seemed to have this whole thing set up, it's ridiculous. I don't feel like having to waste my time with going to no primary care physician where I called this particular number from the list for a matter of weeks. And then I went through Aetna and had a representative help me find a doctor that could take appointments within a week or, without them saying, oh, we busy, this and that or whatever. And then the person she told me that they found an appointment is tomorrow at 9:00 a.m. Oh, yeah, this person named Tanisha, it's black because the name, and it's in Stone Mountain. And then they tell me, make sure you bring your ID, blah, blah, blah. And then to turn around, they're telling me, oh, if you don't cancel or show up, they charge you $25. They so focused on fucking money. Making, this is ridiculous. So I'm waiting a few more minutes till y'all come in. And then I'm going to make my announcement. So as you can see from the title, a fourth stimulus. But it's not what y'all think. It's not what y'all think with the fourth stimulus check. It is a stimulus check that was pertaining to certain states. Now, let me tell you what Georgia was. And I'll put up the article that I read. Because it showed up on my phone today when I was out and about. And I read it. So for Georgia, for instance, the stimulus was for teachers. If you was a full-time teacher, it was like $1,000. And part-time, it was $500. So that was a stimulus that the state of Georgia was giving out, but it only pertains to teachers. And then, so there nobody knows. So don't come up here and ask no questions. Oh, it's going to be a fourth stimulus check like it was previously. That fourth stimulus check is only certain states. So let me go ahead and pull up some states that pertain to. So one moment. All right, I'm back. Hey, Sally. So the fourth state, I copied and pasted. So these are the states: Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, Colorado, Texas, and California. And similar states will approve funds, and they have until 2024 to spend the funds. So basically, um, no, I had to look up something because my topic's going to be about. So I put it in the chat. So these states were having a fourth stimulus check, but Georgia, it only pertains to about giving an extra $1,000 to teachers, $500 if you're part time. Florida, Tennessee, Colorado, Texas, and California, they giving out their form of stimulus, but it's not like the other previous federal stimulus checks that people were getting last year. This is state funded only, but in terms of a federal stimulus package, that's unlikely and doubtful. But for some strange reason now, um, they trying to push this another stimulus package, but it won't happen. It's just too much going on in the world, and they thinking that they need another one because the economy is not. People can find jobs, but it's not good paying jobs, or people, if you fit under that rent moratorium. Of course, y'all know that the Supreme Court rejected it. So a lot of people who didn't pay rent in a month and a half and 18 months and 2 years or whatever, now the courts could push these rent evictions through, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take time because so many people's going to, but I can assure you, a lot of these landlords gone to the courts, filed the eviction, and there's gonna be so many courts. There's gonna be so many backed up in the court in terms of getting anybody on the docket. But it's gonna happen. People smooth, surely but surely gonna be evicted, and people probably moving on out or whatever they could do. And once you get that little thing on your record, it's gonna be hard for a lot of people to find apartments, and they anticipating foreclosures and a whole 9 yards. So I guess people trying to get some bailout, but they keep pushing this bailout. There ain't gonna be no bailout. You know, everything going on in the world and inflation, and that's not gonna happen. So if you go and look on it, oops. If you go online and look at it, it'll say it, but there's other states that's looking to do some type of state stimulus of some sort. So if you live in Georgia, if you're not a teacher, basically that's all that was in Georgia. Now I'm quite sure these other states, California, I think one time I heard it's only gonna be like $500. It's not even, I don't know. It's crazy. It ain't gonna be no. I think it's the remaining money that each of these states got through the CARES Act, and they have billions of dollars, so they got to use it by 2024. And a lot of it's going to be various different funding for whatever the states are going to impose. So I don't understand why people, especially in DeKalb County. I live in DeKalb County. It's like one of the highest eviction rates in terms of foreclosures, not foreclosures, but rental. Well, DeKalb County is not one of the richest counties in Georgia. Not anymore. It never really was, to be honest. But they have one of the highest eviction rates across the country, and a lot of people is going to be evicted within months. Or if they try to live in an apartment or house or wherever, they're gonna have a hard time coming up unless they can come up with that money. But I understand. I know people, they had all this money that no one's not using to apply for rental assistance. But people are so focusing on doing scams and scamming people for PPP loans and everything else, and figuring that they can sit on their ass and don't have to work. They thinking that it's gonna last forever. I know one thing. If I was, one of the things I would have done from the get go is when they started putting out rental assistance, I would have been right on there applying for assistance. But people just, I don't know what they were thinking. Can't say it was hard to get through. It was hard to apply because it wasn't. You go on the web, and I did a video about this before. I showed y'all the website if you needed utilities, assistance with utilities or rent. You went online. My mother even told me, she told me about it. And I went on the website and showed how you could apply if you had issues with your rent. But the money was out there for people to assist. But I never let it back up for 9 months to a year to 18 months. There's no way. There's no way you let it go for that long period of time without paying no rent. It means you ain't paid no rent from a year and a half going on a year and 8 months. You know, even if people had lost their job, they had $600 plus regular unemployment. So if you had got unemployment, you was getting the minimum, even for Georgia, 3,000 something a month. And to be behind like that, you know, I don't know. People say, well, you don't know. People got kids and this and that, and that's even more important. If you have kids, you have more responsibility to make sure you keep up on that. You know, one thing for sure: keep up with rent and keep up with utilities. You know, and buy your basic food. There were so many, food shelters and people giving food and everything else. Now there's a food shortage, and then now it's caught national attention on the news, saying that there was food shortage that was affecting schools. They said a lot of the schools across the country had shortages in school lunches and stuff because a lot of those distributors, they don't have, that stuff has to come from overseas and they're having problems. So now I had heard that today. So I don't know. But anyway, I see that it was a lot of y'all on here and all of a sudden y'all dropped off. And the person and whoever's lurking in the background and they know who they are, don't come on my chat no more. I'm not, hold on a second. I'm trying to do a private chat. Oh, I wasn't talking to you, Sally. I wasn't referring to you. Some people I know, I know when they're online and Some people been following me for a long time. Dorian, I'm not talking about you. I know you be in the background because you're supposed to be working, and I know when you don't respond. So it's only so trust me, I don't have a lot of subscribers. Well, put it this way, even though I have 400 something in terms of people coming on to listen to me, I only have like seven, eight, nine of y'all that come on a regular basis. And the ones who comment, I know who comments, I know who's on, and when I get, when it shows 4 people watching, 8 people watching, not trust me, I could probably name all 9 people who's looking and watching, give or take a few people here and there. But I wasn't saying that you were lurking, Sally. You're not the one I'm referring to. Trust me. I have 600 and, but dang, that means, let me see, what did I say? I always, well, then I guess I must have less than that because I don't know. I'm not gonna, Sally, I'm not gonna reference to that. Hold on a second. Let me see something here. Well, put it this way. Someone's lurking, but I won't say that's the boo. Ain't nope. I'm not gonna talk on that because I don't do internet, well, YouTube relationships in terms of getting to know. Not on that level. Put it that way. I'm just gonna follow my instinct on this one, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to pursue it. Put it that way. I'm not. I'm not going to pursue it. I'm not going to waste my time. So let me say that, Sally. I'm not. I'm not going to do that with the boo. Sometimes when you get to a certain point in your life and age, when people show you who they are, you got to believe it. And when I'm a person, I'm going to observe what you do and how you act. And if put it this way, um, I'm just not interested. I'm not interested because certain things didn't add up. Certain things didn't add up, and I'm not going to be manipulated. Put it that way. So let me see how this thing. I'm trying to. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to distinguish between private chat and comments because I don't know. I don't want to say what I need to say on here. I'm not going to do that. So okay, let me do something here. I know what I'm gonna do. If y'all want to come on and ask me any questions, I'm gonna share the link, and y'all can come on in here into the link. And I'm not going to stay on here too long because I think they already notified me on StreamYard that I'm approaching the limit. And it's been a while since I went on YouTube live, but I have to do that from my computer. So if I have that many number of subscribers that it shows, that means I lost 100 people because I thought I had 749, but if I had 645, that means I've dropped down to at least 100 people. So who knows? I'm not trying to I may just end my channel altogether. I'm not going to really worry about keeping this channel. I may just start a whole new channel focusing on my business, which is my tax and consulting business. Everything else, I'm not getting on. I'm not going to be on here. That's why I'm not even going to show my picture anymore. I'm going to just show my little avatar picture. Well, it's 5 of y'all watching, so I don't know. I guess people like the fact that the information about stimulus, anything dealing with stimulus. No. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think about the end of the year. If I don't have a substantial channel going on, eventually YouTube will probably start changing things up again anyway. So many people. Yeah, you know what? Whether you give a thumbs up or thumbs down, that really don't affect the channel. I don't know why people think that. They think, oh, let me give you a thumbs down. That really don't affect nothing. Whether you give a thumbs up, thumbs down, that doesn't affect anything with the channel. That don't have no bearings. The only thing that makes it affect the channel is, when they have those commercials. I'm on live stream. So the fact that I do live streaming on videos is not really helping me grow my channel. But if I had start doing small recordings and people start watching it and the keywords and stuff, and then people come to the channel, it's those commercials in between that generates the AdSense revenue, not people coming on the live stream or people watch. A lot of people think, because you could have you could have 10,000 subscribers, but if you don't have a lot of active people who watch the whole channel or watch the commercials, it really doesn't do much of anything, to my understanding. Most people make money on YouTube is from the sponsorships and things like that. Anything, the view hours and stuff, that's what, a half of a penny. So it's not, the watch hours, because they looking at the watch hours with the commercials in between that people watch. That is what pays. But it's not going to be a whole lot, But to me, it's not about having 10,000 subscribers because I'm not consistent. You have to catch a niche. And, there's so many different niches. People want to do gardening. People want to, at one point, a lot of people were I generated a lot of my subscribers was when I was talking about Grubhub and Uber Eats and Uber and those gig work jobs. See, that's what people were lurking about. They was whole focus on, oh, how much money did can you make on Grubhub? See, that's what it was. You know, these big YouTube channels that started within these 4 years, it was because they were people were looking at how much money someone could make doing Uber Eats or Grubhub or DoorDash. They were looking for tips, but now Instacart. See, that's what people were looking at. They were looking at you know other people making money, other markets, and getting. I don't know. I guess they figured watching other people, they're gonna suddenly kind of like generate that same type of income or vibe. So, but the minute, and then another thing people are doing when they made the YouTube videos was getting referrals. When they were getting those referral codes, and they were making money from referrals when they were doing these gig work, making an extra $1,000 just by sending out their referral codes for people to do Uber Eats. That's what that was. That's why people were looking at it. They were trying to promote, make money from the referrals. Once that thing died down, and once they didn't start giving out those referral money in the code, and everybody was making $2, $3, um, plus whatever tips people get. That's what it was. It had nothing to do with um, people just want to, yeah, people watch YouTube and they support people, but people do the Cash App and PayPal and paying, Mm-mm. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. It was about the stimulus for the states. Those are the states that I listed in the chat. Hope maybe other states will start implementing their own state stimulus on their own, but most of the time it's not gonna. It's gonna. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna come in a form of a tax credit where you file your state tax return, and they're gonna say, oh, they're gonna give you an extra $200 state tax credit on top of your refund. That's all that's gonna be. If they're gonna do that and they give everybody, it ain't gonna be a lot of money either. It's gonna be it ain't gonna be no thousands of dollars if they decide to give that credit, give a special tax credit on your state tax return. And they give you, they may say, oh, if you got the coronavirus, or they'll give you an extra $200 or $100. That's all that's going to be. But if another federal state stimulus, nah, that ain't gonna happen. Nope. So, but anyways, I don't want to come on here long. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow to a primary care physician, and I just tell her my concerns and my issues, and hopefully they'll fill out this paper about whether I'm suitable to go back to work with Amazon. I'm probably going to need to go to another specialist, but that's going to be hard for me to find another specialist. And hopefully when I submit this little teledoc physician note that I got from last week, and this disability leave services on this form, hopefully, I'm not going to try to do a whole bunch of lab tests, lab work, and everything else, because I have to pay and meet the deductible, and I don't think getting these lab works is going to do anything. Oh, Erica is in Colorado. I ain't trying to tell her business, but she, her son plays football, college football, and she's on her. She's already there because she left early this morning. So yeah, her son plays Colorado, like University of Colorado, and football season started this week. Well, it's kind of, well, I would say it starts this weekend, put it that way. They had the HBCU last week, but I don't consider that, part of college football. But they had the black colleges. They was in Atlanta, and they had played a football game, but it was kind of like the first time it was on national TV. And but man, ain't no, so, but the real kickoff in football is going to be like, I don't know if they have Thursday night games, like certain schools, but I know this weekend is like the beginning of college football. So, Shirley Shaw, I don't know where she's at. There's five of y'all in here. So, one, two. I'm trying to say who may be on here. I know who's lurking, waiting to see if I'm going to come up here and dog their name out, but I'm not going to do that. You know, like I said, it is what it is. And they so worried about other people. I say ain't got nothing to do with other people in this chat. I don't understand. Put it this way: if somebody asks you to, communicate and say, okay, do you want to communicate face to face online, and you don't, you apprehensive about it or whatever. Well, Sally, let me tell you. If you got my email, you can send me an email. But I don't want to bring this. I don't want to discuss this on. I'll probably talk about it later on, not today, because I'm not going to speak in anger. I'm not going to speak in any sort of way. All I know is, just like I said, Shelly, Shell, and Erica, I said, I have to take it one day at a time. Because one thing for sure is that I'm not a type of person to play games with nobody. All I know is that once you show me who you are, there's only so many times you could do certain things and say things and act a certain kind of way for no apparent reason. Because I don't know what the new thing is of DMing people on these social medias and stuff. And I understand that's a new thing with people, but it comes to a point where you're like, okay, go ahead and we could communicate, because I got too much time. I'm not busy, but I make myself busy by doing these survey assignments and doing all these little gig work that I do. And even if I was working at Amazon, 12 hours a day for 3 hours a week, and then I have to drive over a little bit over an hour to get to work and an hour to come back, and then standing on my feet for 12 hours, and trying to, and worrying about if I have nerve damage, because I could, it's not, at first I thought maybe I just buy comfortable sneakers, insoles. I've done everything. But now I got to the point where I can't even move my feet. I mean, I can move my feet, but now it's like pain. I ain't got time to deal with. Probably so. Probably so. But you know what? Like I said, to go on like that about trust, don't try to throw that on me. About trust over some dang, you can't, over a dang picture, and they're gonna bring other people in it about listening to other people, date them on other people. First of all, some of y'all been watching my channel and don't even, y'all don't even, I ain't saying you, Sally, or Dorian or anybody else, because I don't expect people to show their face on YouTube and whatever, I mean, unless you have a YouTube channel, like Shelly Show, you could go and watch her channel. You see what she looks like. You see her driving the car, whatever. And who else? And there's certain people I watch. But if you don't have a YouTube channel, you like watching other people on YouTube, you don't have to send your picture or whatever. But if you get to the point of wanting to get to know somebody or whatever, there's ways of communicating with people. But like I said, I'm not gonna get into it. Put it this way, I'm gonna say what I need to say in a couple, what I need to say in a couple of weeks. But right now, I ain't got nothing to say because I know this person's probably watching, probably looking at the video and whatever. Like I said, I ain't playing. People want to play these little monkey games with people, and y'all tell me be careful, and that's what I have to do. You have to be cautious with people. I don't. You don't know anything what people do. But asking someone to send a simple selfie picture or whatever, and then you're gonna, and you go on like that. Nope, red flag. Too many. Put it this way: too many red flags popped up over this one simple thing. Too many, and I don't even want to discuss it. I'll probably talk about it maybe down the road about YouTube dating or meeting people on social media and talk about it in a general sense, not particularly about this specific person because I'm not giving my energy. Oops. I'm not giving no one my energy. And no, I did not read and I'm making this reference. No, I did not read the last message. And yes, did you read my last message that I just sent? I've dealt with people, meeting people, and I'm not even talking about like on social media. I'm talking about at one point I was to do I'm gonna talk about this on a separate thing, but I don't want to get long winded with this because it's gonna eat up my minutes. But I remember a few years ago I met and Dorian. See, the only person who really knows these stories of my situation in my past is Dorian and DeJour. They're the only two people that I really, really told. So Erica and other people, they don't really know, but those two, because I've known them for a long time, they know situations in the past. They know situations of the things I've dealt with in the past of meeting people and trying to meet someone and the foolishness that I've dealt with. And trust me, I have to be real cautious about that because back in my day, I used to be kind of real falling for people, not easily like a fool, but I would meet someone and I give them benefit of the doubt, and then I get to liking them and this and that or whatever, and then it would be always one person. They weren't even. They were straight up trying to scam me, not money or nothing like that, but just trying to move to Georgia from Illinois, and they were like, "Oh, boo," and then came here, and then, oof, I don't even want to talk about that situation because that situation will really bring me angry. Then dealing with someone else years before that, took them on trips, bought them, expensive gifts, and it's not even about money. And then this person turned around and made me look like a damn fool when I was working at the government and the IRS at the time. And then had a birthday party for me and made me look like a damn fool at my own birthday party at my house. And then this person had a heart attack. And then I'm sitting up there crying and carrying it on, going in to visit the hospital. You're going to text me at your bed talking about so-and-so's coming upstairs. You got to go. You know how embarrassing. I'm not even going to tell that story there because I ain't got that much minutes to go. And I should make up a Patreon page. And if somebody really wants to know my past, and ain't no gruesome past either. Ain't nothing bad or something messed up. It's just certain things I don't really disclose, but like I said, to only two people really know. And put it this way, I've been hurt in the past over foolishness. And I said to myself, I would never go and put myself through that again. I don't have time. I don't have time for people with insecurities. I don't have time for people, well, and trust me, the whole manipulation. You need to act like you don't trust me. You think I've heard this before? I've heard this stupid shit before. You act like you don't trust me, and they try to turn the tables on me like I did something. So you know what? Somebody tell me, well, I'ma go. I will open up the door and close it. And once I close it, that's it. I ain't got time. I'm 50. I'll be 53 years old this coming in a couple months. I already accepted that I will be I will not even say lonely, that I will be alone. I already accepted that. Because one, I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't looking for no relationship. I wasn't looking for I would not come on YouTube, oh, I hope I get a relationship with people. You know what? Because God, what someone tell me, what's for you is for you. Whatever God gives me is gonna be for me. But I have a strong discernment, a very strong discernment. I don't got time. I don't have time for no going back and forth over stupid stuff. I got things to do. Teresa got to pay her own bills. Teresa got to upkeep my own household. I don't have no one to support me. I don't expect no one to support me or nothing else. And I expect the person to deal with what they have to deal with, and I respect that. But I'm not one of these. I'm not one. I drove all around Atlanta today for what? 2 assignments for $18, driving miles and miles away, trying to do what I need to do. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm trying to focus about my health. So I may not even have by tomorrow morning, afternoon, once I leave that doctor's office tomorrow, I'll find out whether or not I probably could continue to go to work. I might as well just, they already talk about, oh, we got you down for being terminated tomorrow. We got to send the doctor, you got to get your information. If they don't approve this and say that's a reasonable accommodation, it's no reasonable accommodation when you at a warehouse, when you're standing on your feet for 12 hours. There is no job nowhere in that damn Amazon facility except for HR, human resources, sitting behind the desk. And they surely ain't gonna try to give me, they surely not trying to move me to HR. You know what? Get off my chat. I told you not to get on here. It ain't had nothing to do. Get out of my chat. He's blocked. They ain't got nothing, that have nothing to do with in terms of my weight. See, now you're going to make me you're going to really want me to tell what really happened. You really want me to tell what you did. Since you want to get up in here and insult me like that, I wasn't even talking about your stupid ass. I was not having this. You were not going to be the topic of my conversation, and you're going to sit up in here and say something like that. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't say shit to me no more. Because now if I go there and put up the picture and really talk about it. So don't let me go there. I'm not going to stoop low. I'm not going to stoop to your level. I'm not. Because you're not going to get me angry and you ain't going to get me to the point where I really tell it what happened today. So you don't know what the fuck you talking about in terms about my feet. It ain't got nothing to do with no fucking weight. My pain ain't have nothing to do has nothing to do with me losing weight. So you don't even know what the hell you talking about. So don't you dare come on here telling me you need to lose some weight. You ain't had no problems sitting here texting me every goddamn day. You ain't had no problem with that. You sure ain't had no problem with what you did today. So don't you call me, don't text me. I don't want to hear it. I'm not apologizing for nothing because I have nothing to apologize to. I'm gonna keep my discernment and all those things that I said and shit. I'm just responding on what you saying. How the hell are you supposed to? How are you supposed to have any deep feelings for anyone that you don't even know? You don't even know me. I don't even know you. You know more about me and see me more so than anything about you. Don't come on here because I ain't got nothing to say. So don't even come on here with device not connected. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Trust me, I had a whole lot worse situations that happened to me in the past with people, and I said never again. Never. Dare you come up in here and tell? How dare you come up in here and write that? If you lose some weight, then maybe One thing about people can say about somebody's weight is that I could lose my weight and I could be just as fine as whatever. So it ain't got nothing to do with my losing weight. I don't know what the hell he was gonna do. Frankly, I don't even care. He's blocked. So there ain't nothing you could write. There ain't nothing you could write. I guess he was trying to connect. I tell you, don't. I already sent you. I already sent the message. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't say shit to me no more. You want to talk about losing my weight? My feet won't be hurting. Did I say anything that is about my feet being hurt, or did I say that I have nerve damage and probably other things more serious? How dare you insult me like that? FMLA don't even apply to my situation. You have to be there. FMLA is a joke. Family Medical Leave Act, and you have to be at your job for a year before your job is protected under FMLA. Anything else? Mm-mm. But anyway, I gotta get up in the morning. I want to make sure I get to this thing. Be at that doctor's appointment. If she fills this out, she fills it out. If she doesn't, if they don't approve this, then I'm out. I'm just going to resign. I'm just going to wait for till I start working in December, and I should have been taking a break anyway. I should be taking a break. I could still I can still make do. I can still make do financially. Maybe that this little extra money that I've been making, I'll go on a trip. But the way that these foreign countries are going, certain parts of Europe, they closing. Put it this way: this week they were supposed to be voting whether or not they're going to admit people from the United States to go into certain European countries. So people don't have to worry about something shut down or about they're going to shut down. They ain't going to have to worry about shutting down. But these other countries putting travel restrictions to go to these certain countries, it's going to automatically force the United States to shut down, and then that also pertains to shipping. So, all right, Sally. I don't know if you have any questions. If y'all have any questions, here's my email. You can send me an email message. I do have another email for my tax business, but I'll let y'all know about that later. I'm trying to do my web page because I've been learning the code for the longest. But I think I may just do me a simple landing page, use Wix, and I'll put out all my pricing and resources for taxes. So I'm just not going to just do taxes. I'm just also if people have general questions when it's time, but y'all got to start doing stuff early. When I mean early, I'm talking about all this materials, because one of y'all asked me a question, but y'all didn't send no message, but that's all right. I know I have another email address. What did I put? 1099 taxes. I'll look it up. I'll talk about that another day. So let me go. But if all 6 of y'all that's in here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm trying to think. 5, 6. I don't know. Anyway, but I appreciate it, Sally. Once I go to YouTube Live, I'll make you a moderator so you can moderate for me. Kick out all the deadbeats out of the chat room. I ain't trying to curse no one out. I need to be stress free as possible. I don't need no stupidness and foolishness. Anyway, but send me a message. Sally, you could do that. I appreciate it. Dorian, I'll talk to you later. I know you at work because I know we spoke earlier and then you had to go. But I was going to talk about that this new program I found about free training. But I'll talk about that on another video because the only reason why I wanted to stay at Amazon was because they had this, the good resources of training, but you have to be there a whole year to do it. But I found another avenue that I just went and applied yesterday, and it just kind of falls in line to Amazon and as well as a whole lot of other companies about skilling people up for 2030. They're trying to skill people up because the stimulus and all this infrastructure packages and all these jobs because they need to fix bridges and roads and everything. They trying to change the whole economy, and even though it may be trillions of dollars to do so, they need people to do it. They need people trained in these type of jobs, and it's not just welding and construction, it's technology. And they already anticipated that in 9 years, they don't have enough people in the workforce to sustain. So I started finding out a lot of different programs. So I said, you know what? I still got 10, 12 years of working life for me to do something. And I don't need to do nothing laborish, working in a warehouse, shoving boxes, and can't do it. Can't do it. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll be on tomorrow night, but I will not be on StreamYard. I'll be doing YouTube live, and then I'll go come on and let y'all know what happens with the doctor's office. So, anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good night.